10 points in the ball game. And this is an offensive foul. Is that the call? Wolf picks up the foul.
A little bit out of control right there by the point guard. Wolf was normally under control, but how about Hawkins? Watch him. He just feels Detmer this time and just goes away from the contact.
And Hawkins in double figures. And Doug, as you pointed out that line before, he's working on the triple-double here tonight.
You know, the one thing between Hawkins and Palm, another comparison, neither one of them get their shots blocked, ever. It's amazing these guys just able to go over and around the defense at all times.
Kivers on the pull-up and pulled away by Eric Palm. Copeland retrieved it, got up over the top, and a nice rebound by Ben Swinger. And here comes Kivers. MNU up by 1 from outside. Boots. In transition, Pettiford. These two teams battling it out for that last semifinal position on Monday night. The winner will play Columbia from Missouri. Palm for 3, not this time. Tipped around by Copeland and knocked out of bounds. McKendree will keep it. Palm has yet to score here in the second half. He had 15 in the first half.
Good defense by there. Copeland did not need to go down with that dribble, giving Boots every opportunity to swipe down at it.
Up top, Copeland. And now over to Hobby.
Going back inside, right at Hawkins again. Normally it's Detmer inside against him.
Detmer now with 6, and he's given McKendree a 1-point lead. The pump fake and the foul down low will go against McKendree. And this will be on Eric Hobby. First personal on Hobby. And to the line, it will be Ben Swinger. Let's look again at that last bucket by Detmer.
And trying to wear Hawkins out on the inside. Hawkins does not have a foul as of yet, but going inside to try to wear him out for a late game push right now. I don't think he's going to do it, but McKendree's constantly trying to. And, you know, just watching the different coaches on the sideline, you see a very animated Rocky Lamar who seldomly sits down versus Statham.
Yeah, who's sitting almost the whole time.
The whole time. Same kind of position all the time. Doesn't get too riled up one way or another. Normally with his hands somewhat clasped right there.
Swinger hits both free throws, a 76% free throw shooter on the season. And Mid-America Nazarene leads it by 1 here in the auditorium. Around to Pettiford. Up top, Copeland as they work it well. And they're big folks shifting and picking for each other. Rockers up over the top. Rebound by Swinger, or by Brady Small. Here's Crotty. Off to Boots, now Kivers. And he thought he got fouled that time. Rocky Lamar saying the same thing. Here's Pettiford and Copeland. Copeland gets into the lane, works free for the shot, and a great seal out there. And the foul on Copeland over the top.
Very fundamental play here by Crotty on the defensive end of the floor, where all he does is stay right in front of Copeland at all times. He's between his man and the basket, and then does a good job of fundamentally boxing out.
Really was.
Excellent job.
Textbook right there by Crotty. Inside, they work it. Kivers going tough. And 1 for Kivers.
He snuck it right in there between the defender's hand and the rim.
Fourth personal foul on Copeland, so that's big.
Yeah, that's real big.
They have a lot of depth, though. They're inside, folks.
That slight advantage right there came from the back of his right arm, kind of the tricep area where he had Copeland pinned.
Can't complete the three-point play. And the rebound taken by Hobby. And Mid-American Nazarene with a three-point lead, which is, I believe, their largest lead here in the second half. Hobby from outside. He continues to shoot the long shot. This time he gets back. And here's Bell.
That's a prime example right there. Normally, Kibbers is off to the races and has a big advantage.
Hobby ran with him that time.
He didn't stand there and watch his shot go or miss.
Pull up Kibbers, won't go. Boots got the rebound to keep it alive. Steps inside the three line and tipped out by Crotty.
Again.
Hawkins! Oh! That would have been another assist as Kibbers takes it up, but they hammered him pretty good in there. That's on Rustler, his second.
How about your 6'7" center acting as point guard, getting into the middle of the lane. He's got a couple of options.
And the no look.
Yeah, coming right at you. Looking the defense off. Pretty good block that time, too. You know, and you're thinking about what Kibbers does on the other end of the floor when he's leaking out. When you're the shooter and you're thinking about that up in the air, how do you concentrate on your shot?
It's tough.
You got a guy you know is leaking out when you take your shot, and you're supposed to make the shot.
And to your other point, you need some help from some other people.
Well, that's when the point guard is supposed to be back.
Yep, 4-point game now. As Mid-American Nazarene has their largest lead here in the second half. Well, these have been two really fun teams to watch in this tournament, both of them bringing great crowds. Obviously, when you live in Olathe, you're about 20 or 25 minutes away from the Muni here, downtown Kansas City. Easy to get some folks here, but McKendree has traveled very well from Lebanon, Illinois, and we have a very nice atmosphere here in the national tournament for our final quarterfinal game of the day. And the Mid-America folks here in Kansas City know all about Metro sports. Here's Pettiford out high. Hobby on the wing. Met there by Swinger. Inside they work it on the follow-away. Rockers. Boy, is he tough when he gets it going down there.
He's just a freshman, too, and he gets his body also into Hawkins, but the thing that he has that most don't is he's got that excellent leaping ability.
Hawkins trying to work free in there. On the follow-away.
And how about the arching shot for Hawkins? Not only does he kick that leg up to get him that extra space against a defender, but he also shoots such a high arcing shot, giving the ball every opportunity to go in.
He's got 12.
That's his
and
first
I
foul.
think he just picked up a foul. That would be his first, as you said. Yes, it is. Fourth team foul on Mid-American Nazarene. Let's look at that last bucket by Danny Hawkins, the 6'7" senior.
So what he normally does, he gets his body in and then he fades away enough where it's difficult to get. And again, good defense against Eric Palm in this half, who has not scored yet. Most of it by Brenton Bell. Until maybe now.
Palm still looking to get that foul. This in the second half, they're letting him go a little bit more, trying to stay away from that contact. Hawkins, and he's fouled as he takes it in.
Who wants to get in his way?
Detner picks up his first personal foul in the game. And Rocky Lamar, who has had this senior Danny Hawkins now for the 4 years, over 2,000 points in his career and counting. Tonight he has 13 with that free throw, and he's hit all 3 of his free throws. Cannot get the second one to go, and they can't save it either. So McKendree will have it. 5-point lead for Mid-American Nazarene. And how many situations have these two coaches been in over the years that are like this?
Well, and
And
Coach Statham over there,
Statham.
he's got his little cheat sheet. Like
yeah, he just went to it, didn't he?
He prepares like for this game just like he did his first. Amazing.
He's probably learned a few things over the years. Rocker missed a shot, and here come the Pioneers.
I like to know what's on that sheet.
Here's Hawkins working his way in the lane again.
Oh, Tompkins cutting to the basket, wide open.
Crotty. There's Tompkins, or actually it's Bell, who grabbed it and scored it. Nice work. He's done that a couple of times tonight. Third team all-conference last season, Brenton Bell. And timeout called by Harry Statham and McKendree as they trail it by 7 with 9:07 left.
He knows how important this possession is, has plenty of timeouts left. Now 2 in this ball game versus Mid-America with 5 to go in this ball game. But Brenton Bell staying active. We saw good activity on that possession by Vince Tompkins as well as Brenton Bell, who just sticks with his shot right there. Can't say anything more about that.
Like we talked about all night, he hasn't had the outside shot going the last couple of nights, but he has worked his way free for 8 points here tonight.
Most of them very close to the basket. Really all of them close to the basket. Hasn't had that jump shot going just yet.
And he
scoring.
And Doug, he and Crotty played for Olathe South, and they played for your high school coach as well, Coach McFall, right?
Who
have that right?
Yes, and he is a very fundamental basketball coach, and obviously these guys not only learned how to play under Coach McFall, which I can tell you they did, but they're also learned their roles extremely well under Coach Rocky Lamar.
And there's Coach Burchard from Columbia scouting this game out. He'll have the winner. I think he already knows all about McKendree because they play in the same conference, the AMC. McKendree was in first place this season with a 14-0 record in the conference. Columbia was second. Mid-America won the Heart of America Athletic Conference with a 19-1 record. Ball on the deck.
Nice.
Grabbed away there by, I think, Crotty that went down for it. He's always in the middle of the defensive action. And the possession arrow goes over to Mid-America Nazarene. Coach Lamar, Coach Steve Peterson right behind him. I was talking to him last night. He's been here 17 seasons. He said he's gonna call it off after this season and retire from coaching. He was outstanding at Southern Nazarene. He was an All-American when he played. And so they'll have to refill the position. He's a middle school teacher over at Pioneer Trail, science teacher.
He's a big man.
And he had 2 great playing sons that played here at Mid-America Nazarene. From outside, shot will not go for Swinger. And rebounded there by Detmer. And here comes McKendree. And looking for a bucket. Looking to get something going positive on the offensive end. And one guy missing from the floor right now for McKendree is Eric Palm.
He's just recharging his battery, but he's getting set to come in, and that battery doesn't need long to recharge.
There's Wolf, shot clock at 4. In danger of an empty possession, but all of a sudden Wolf found himself open. But the Pioneers with the rebound. And Eric Palm on the sideline waiting to check in.
Good move.
And he hooked it.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
We could see that from here.
That's why it was such a good move.
Official was on the other side, but we could have called that one from here.
Left hand just went all the way around. Well,
that's a pretty good hook, Doug. Approach the 7-minute mark. Rocker on the other side. Rockers gets his own and scores it.
Good hustle by the freshman.
Rockers has 8 points in the game. Tompkins, nice dish off and score it for Kivers.
Well, and Tompkins had one option, or was just going to be pounded against the glass by one of 3 guys.
Vince Tompkins on the tape.
Tompkins does a good job. 3 guys go at him, leaving Kibbers absolutely wide open. Tompkins had a nice game. And
yeah, he really has.
A lot of that, not only offensively, but defensively, he's done a very good job. Now guarding Palm again.
Kibbers 1 out of 4 from the line tonight. He has 15 points in the game. Hobby on the pull-up. It just hasn't been there much from the outside. But once again, down low, it's Wolf sneaking free. And how's he picking up all these rebounds, Doug?
That might be one of those strategies from his coach, Harry Staten, but Wolf does a good job of anticipating where the ball is going. See him looking at the flight of the ball, and he's right there when it comes off the rim. But, you know, normally when the ball goes up, it's the point guard's responsibility to get back. He's the one that's supposed to be at least at the half-court line, if not further down the floor. But maybe Coach Statham recognizes that he's such a good offensive rebounder with his anticipation that he sends him to the hole.
Hits the second free throw.
I don't think I'm going to try to outguess Coach Statham on that one.
47-41. Mid-American Nazarene on top here in the national tournament. Hawkins against Detmer. 2-man game with Boots. Spin move to the baseline. It would have counted. He'll go to the line.
And Hawkins is just bruising.
That foul on Detmer. Yes, he is.
Who's very strong himself. You know, Hawkins just keeps coming at you. He's got that nice finesse, but he's also bruising with the basketball, too. He just pounds on the defender.
It's an outstanding career for the senior from Platte County High School. And he's had a great tournament. Hits the second one. And tonight, 14 points for Danny Hawkins. Averaging about 21 a game on the season. So does Eric Palm, who has the ball right now. And they double team him on the perimeter.
And that's one of the reasons why Mid-America stretched its lead to 7 points. Is Palm
right down central for Andy Wolf,
who's done a good job of taking over some of Palm's scoring here in this second half. Palm hasn't scored a single point.
Yeah, they said something at halftime, I think, about how they were covering Eric Palm. Here's Brenton Bell out high. Crotty, they swinging around.
Doing a good job of moving sides of the floor.
Kibbers tries to go baseline. Brenton Bell, a little short on that one. Palm got hammered from behind. Was it his own guy?
No, but Kibbers was off to the races again.
Yes, he was.
Hobby chasing him this time. And Hobby's been kind of non-existent here in the second half, probably a lot because of that.
Somebody hit Palm. I don't know who it was. Must have been his own guy. Here's Boots. Whips a pass inside. It got through there somehow. Bell missed it. Rebounded there by Hobby. Here's Palm dealing back. Shot for Wolf. He was on the line. It would have been a 2. And Hawkins the rebound.
Hawkins triple-double watch is now 14 points, 13 rebounds, and still 6 assists.
Mid-America Nazarene with the timeout. Rocky Lamar will draw up the play here on the offensive end with 4:36 left. And these two teams are going at it here tonight. Again, the winner goes on to Monday night, the semifinals. They will take on Columbia of Missouri. They were winners today, 50-47 over Westminster. And hear the great atmosphere tonight, about 6,000 people in here. A lot of them have come over from Olathe or somewhere else in the Kansas City area for this game tonight for Mid-America Nazarene. And as we talked about, Doug, the McKendree folks traveled very well tonight also. Well,
there's a lot of enthusiasm for both sides right now, especially McKendree. Mid-America, we know where they're coming from, but McKendree doing a good job, and they've built, Harry Statham has built such a great program there. I don't know how you can't enjoy cheering for his team at all times. And again, seated, calm, and that's exactly the way his team reacts.
Been to the tournament 13 times. They made the semifinals back in 2003. Round one, they beat Northwestern Oklahoma State. To get this thing going, it was the biggest margin of victory in the tournament as they won that thing by 25 points. They made the semifinals again in 2003, and of course, the Division II title was won by Rocky Lamar's Mid-American Nazarene Pioneers in 2007. Hawkins off the glass, 16.
And how he got it over the top of Rockers there, lurking from behind, trying to block the shot, was very impressive.
Those little shots in the lane come off so soft. How about that move by Hobby?
And a smart play that time by Hobby, knowing his outside jump shot is a little bit tired at this point. He's going to the rack.
And he, as we have seen, can jump over everybody. Bell would have counted. Nice work as he took it in that time. He is an 83% free throw shooter.
McKendree doing a good job there, and Hobby in this case working toward his strength. Yes, he's a very good shooter from the outside, but took it to the rim and going over the top, but not to be outdone. Hawkins going over the top of two guys. When he gets the basketball, they are doing right now a very good job of isolating the side, so the help defense must come very quickly.
Brenton Bell averaging 13 points a game on the season. Missed the first, hits the second. His folks, Don and Pam, probably here in attendance here tonight. He's able to play in the national tournament in his hometown. On the wing, Boots. Hobby up top. Works it well to Rockers. Lost the handle into the hands of Crotty.
Good job there by Tompkins, swatting down and getting a piece of that ball.
Six-point lead for Mid-America Nazarene. We approach the 3-minute mark, and they have slowed it down just a bit. Run a little shot clock. It's at 7. Rebound Wolf all over the glass here in the second half. And a timeout called by Coach Statham.
Leaving one left.
One more timeout left with 2:58 to go.
Mid-America with 4 timeouts left. You know, it's amazing. His coaching is done in practice. And that's pretty evident by his reactions on the bench. He's not up cheerleading around or anything like that like a lot of guys, but he's all his coaching is done in practice, so his team is fully prepared. Watch this rebound here by the point guard Wolf, who is about 3 feet off the ground to get that one.
Well, you look in that huddle, now we're looking at the Mid-America Nazarene huddle and Rocky Lamar in the middle of that thing. You'll see Coach Statham get kind of animated sometimes. He's had a head bobbing in the huddle, so he's still got a lot of fire over there. There's no question about it.
But all he did, and he's got a ton of fire, but all he did was bark out just a couple of instructions, and his team is calm. They're already in their places.
Oh, these two teams very, very well off the charts as far as the coaching goes.
Agreed.
These two teams.
They're going to try to go to the basket.
Pettiford. Great rebound by Rockers. They got another go here. It's Palm spinning, and he can't get it down. The second half, it's been tough for Eric Palm. Last couple of times, he's had good open looks, too.
Good matchup here, Tompkins and Pettiford at the point guard. kind of a semi-stall right now that Mid-America runs until they get Hawkins isolated on one side of the floor.
Kibbers tries to dump it down, and Rockers was there. Palm fires the three.
Oh.
And it crawls home. A three ball for Eric Palm. He has 18. His first points of the second half, and a 3-point lead for Mid-America Nazarene.
How about this game? Both teams score close to 80 points a game, and it's really a struggle here defensively. And the grueling manner of this tournament again coming into play.
Out high Bell, now to Hawkins.
Isolated.
Met there by Rockers, trying to body up on him. The little soft jumper.
One guy cannot guard that. And just like Palm is so difficult to guard.
Oh! From the parking lot. 21. The All-Americans going at each other. And a mean screen set out there by one All-American on the other one.
Not illegal whatsoever. But again, Palm, that's why he got that award, the Hustle Award. Gets right back up and he's in it.
Man, on one end, you got the little soft jumper from Mid-America Nazarene's All-American Danny Hawkins. He now has 18 points in the game. On the other end, you got the long, what was that, a 26-foot jumper?
Possibly, yeah.
By Eric Palm.
But you can't guard him one-on-one there. And by the time the defense came, it was already too late. He was into his fall away. Not to be outdone from about 25 or 6 was Palm, who, with a lack of legs at this point on a normal player, he's got it. This guy works extremely hard in the offseason. Oh, boy. That's just a solid screen there. Nothing intentional to try to hurt somebody. 21
for Palm. He had had 15 in the first half, but had not scored in the second half. All of a sudden, 2 3 balls later, and he's leading the game in scoring again with 21 and keeping his team in the game.
He's telling everybody right now they've got 1 timeout left in the event that they get into trouble. Mid-America has 3. And Mid-America still needs to commit 2 fouls to send McKendree into the bonus. That could be a big number. While McKendree, or Mid-America, is in the double bonus at this point.
A near steal by Rockers. It will stay with MNU. So we have McKendree trading 3 for 2 as they hit the 2 threes. Hawkins hit the 1-2, and they're back to within 2 now.
15 seconds left on the shot clock, so they don't have a ton of time to mess around.
Kibbers and Hobby out front, now to Bell.
Try to isolate Hawkins inside.
Kibbers, and saved by Hawkins.
1.
Bell from way outside. Oh! It goes! Have mercy! Timeout on the floor by the officials. Are they going to check to see if he got it off in time?
That's exactly what they're doing. They're checking to see if the ball was out of his hands when the shot clock expired.
Brenton Bell has struggled with his outside shot for 2 games. I guess he needed to move it back about 5 feet as they kept it alive, and they'll check to see if it was good.
Wants to see if the ball is out of Bell's hands.
Looks like it there.
Yep. We'd like to remind everyone here that the box office. Yeah, you need to move it back and then put 1 second on the shot clock and hit the biggest shot of his college career to date.
And Brenton Bell has 12 points in the game now. And we talked about he was 1 of 10 and 0 for 4 from 3 line last night. He's gotten some buckets inside, but look at this job. And he gets it off just before the shot clock runs out.
Camera work there.
And it was it Hawkins that kept the ball alive after the miss by Kibbers? I think it was. They swung it around. We'll check again, but That was a very big play to keep it alive, to even give Bell the opportunity.
Something tells me Crotty was probably also in that mix. You got to get the ball right now to Palm, make something happen.
Palm for three! 24 for Eric Palm. He will simply not let this game die.
You know, the amazing part of what just happened, when looking at the replay, it gave Coach Statham enough time to get his troops lined up, get a play set, and not use a timeout. Now all of a sudden he's used the timeout to get this play, set play for Eric Palm, who again manufactures a shot, putting enough arch on it to get it to go off balance with the defender Tompkins in the face.
Tompkins had the good defense that time, but man, what do you do?
He can't do anything more.
Boy, it's been fun watching Eric Palm in this tournament. He had 33 in the first game in round one, 27 last night, and tonight he has 24 to lead all scorers.
Maybe a question right now if Eric Palm was on the three-point line when taking that shot. They're just making sure at this point.
Man, and he'd done it so much by getting to the free throw line in the other two games to score points. Well now, and if this is a three, he's 4 out of 6 from the three line, and he's hit 4 threes in what, a couple of minutes here?
Yeah, he's done exactly
and
what his team
absolutely saved the day for McKendree.
3 threes because he had 15 points. Yeah, I think he was behind by 3 or 4
it's
inches.
three threes here in the second half.
They've all come in the last 2 minutes.
So it was a 3. It's a 2-point game. The shot clock is off. Pioneers with the lead. They work it inside. The pump fake. It will not go. The putback won't go. Hawkins has it blocked. And a foul down low on McKendree.
You know, in normal circumstances, you want to send Hawkins to the free throw line. Prior to this tournament, he's a 56% free throw shooter. In this tournament, he's been off the charts good.
18 points tonight, and he makes the first.
Defensive players now coming back into the ball game. Crotty, Tompkins, Bell's done a good job playing defense.
We talked about how fun it's been to watch Eric Palm. How about Hawkins? Great tournament he's had. Misses the second. Ball out of bounds and over to McKendree. They have a shot. 15.3 left and trailing by 3.
And one of the few times now Coach Statham.
He has no timeouts left.
And Coach Lamar just...
So Rocky Lamar calls the timeout.
You know,
that gives them a chance to up their offense.
He doesn't even use a clipboard. He just barks out the play that he needs. He's got plenty of time left in this ball game, obviously. Doesn't need a 3 to tie. Yeah, he does. He does need a 3 to tie. And that brings Eric Palm into the equation. Wolf.
You could go for a quick 2 with 15-3 left. Depends on how quickly you get there. You have to go the full court here. Eric Palm, however, is going to have, what, 3 guys on him?
Oh, yeah. Pettiford has hit some shots, 3-point shots in this tournament. Hobby has been short here in this second half with this 3-point shot, but is capable.
Here comes Pettiford, and he's fouled quickly. And they had fouls to give.
Yep.
So that's the 6th-team foul. The next one is 1-1.
Which is the obvious strategy they're going after right now, is probably try to foul and send them to the free throw line.
And Bell went for the steal, so it'll be 1-1 for Pettiford. Well, let's see how the strategy works for Coach Lamar. If he happens to miss the second one, we've got some leapers in there for this McKendree team. Might want to stick Hobby on that lane. Pettiford has been solid from the free throw line in this tournament. It's his first point here tonight, but he is 15 of 16 in the tournament from the line. He does miss. The ball is collected, though, by Mid-America Nazarene, and a foul called on McKendree. So
a quick one.
That could have been the dangerous thing there. If that ball was loose in there, McKendree comes up with the rebound. The strategy backfires.
Is that Swinger who's going to the line? Last night, Hawkins tried to go to the free throw line in place of somebody who wasn't as good.
Crotty was the guy he tried to replace.
Yeah.
Swinger is 76%. It's Kibbers, who has not been good from the line tonight, 1 for 4. And he's 64% on the season.
Needs at least one from Mid-America.
He's got the first.
Here comes the defensive crew back in. Crotty, Tompkins.
11 seconds left. And the senior Kibbers trying to help his team into the semifinal round on Monday. And he has them both.
Still a lot of time. Oh.
Palm lost the handle, has it back. Launches the three. The putback is slapped out of there. And Mid-America Nazarene goes to the semifinals on Monday.
Monday night, semifinal number 2 at 8:50 against Columbia College. Semifinal number 1 will begin at 6:50. That's Ron Morris and Rocky Mountain. We'll see you on Monday night at the semifinal.
The Pioneers live to see another day in the national tournament. They have made it into the field of the Final Four on Monday, the semifinals on Monday night. Out of the Heart of America Conference that was NAIA Division II for the last I don't know how many years, and they've been going to that tournament down in Branson. Well, the decision made, the Heart of America Athletic Conference would play Division I this season. Their top team, Mid-America Nazarene, that won the league, is now in the field of 4 on Monday night. Who'd have thought that?
Very impressive. They've got a lot of weapons. Both teams had a lot of weapons. Very well played game. Given the nature of the tournament, very well coached game as well.
And congratulations to McKendree. An outstanding season. And there's a checklist right there for Mid-America Nazarene. But Coach Statham and the McKendree Bearcats, we have enjoyed watching them so much over the years, and particularly in this tournament. And the senior, Eric Palm, who had another outstanding game here tonight and almost willed his team to the finish line this evening.